beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Let us pledge to invest in our children's future. Hello there. Thanks for joining us on another insightful edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Today is being observed as International Day for Biological Diversity under the theme, Be Part of the Plan. This day aims to increase the understanding and awareness of biodiversity issues. We have lots in store for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm Lisa Rowe, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, May 22, 2024. Approximately 70 roads have so far been identified for repairs under the government's $40 billion Shared Prosperity through Accelerated Improvement SPARK program. The roads were identified during consultation meetings with residents and have been referred to the National Works Agency NWA for scoping and costing. Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave that update in Parliament on Tuesday. He says consultations have been scheduled across 40 constituencies over the next month. To get the best results for the program, the Prime Minister asserts that the pool of available skills must be widened.
So, Madam Speaker, as we seek to obtain the best available skills for effective management and implementation of these works, we are undertaking them using competitive bidding that is advertised internationally. And let me be clear, under international competitive bidding, our local contractors, local entities are encouraged and indeed expected to submit tenders either singly or in association with other local contractors, or if they choose, they can form consortium with local or other international companies.
Closing date for the tender period is a Friday, May 24. Mr. Holness says 10 construction companies, 6 of them local and 4 international, participated in the pre-bid meeting for pre-qualification, and more submissions are expected by the closing date.
Evaluation will be done by the 31st of May 2024 to select pre-qualified bidders based on established criteria, including capacity and work experience. Pre-qualified bidders will be invited to submit bid proposals by August 15, 2024. It is expected that evaluation and award of contract will be done by September 30th, 2024.
Prime Minister Holness explains that the bid proposals will be informed by the main roads that have been selected by the NWA and community roads selected in constituencies coming out of the consultations. He asserts that it is therefore crucial that consultations happen as soon as possible, with an ideal timeline of June 30 to have all roads selected. The government will be constructing a state-of-the-art piggery facility at the Bodles Research Station as part of its plans to expand the pork industry. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining Floyd Green made the disclosure during his contribution to the 2024-2025 sectoral debate in Parliament on Tuesday. The $443 million facility is expected to increase Bodles' capacity to support the pork industry's expansion into regional markets.
Additionally, we'll be upgrading the irrigation infrastructure at Bodles to the tune of $130 million, procuring critical pieces of farm machinery to the tune of $20 million, and moving to design a state-of-the-art small ruminant house at the Hounslow demonstration station at a cost of $6 million.
The Agriculture Ministry will also be investing $10 billion to bolster agricultural research at all post-secondary educational institutions.
We already had some discussions with the UWI and we'll be signing an MOU shortly. The idea is that students and lecturers who are doing advanced research in areas that align with the ministry will be able to garner financial support to undertake their research work.
Another bolster for the agriculture sector is the provision of soil testing kits to 100 farming groups across the island. Portfolio Minister Floyd Green says the initiative will cost approximately $9.6 million and farmers will be trained to use the kits. The benefits to be derived include a data-driven approach to farming, promotion of sustainable agricultural practices, and improved crop yields.
But we're not stopping there. We're also going to be providing some soil testing kits for extension services. So when they go out to engage with the farmers, they can do the tests on their behalf.
In addition, a $35 million project will be carried out in collaboration with the Jamaica Organic Agriculture Movement. This is to remedy decades of soil depletion caused by bad agricultural practices and the negative impacts of climate change.
Under this $35 million project, we are looking at training 300 persons in 14 parishes in soil and water management techniques over the next 2 years. That is to treat with the depletion of our soil.
Further to that, the ministry will be embarking on a compost organic waste project to improve soil health and plant development. In other news, the government has announced a 200% increase in the stipend for jurors. The move is in keeping with efforts to address the challenges facing the jury system. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck made the announcement during his sectoral presentation in Parliament on Tuesday.
Each juror whose name is called for any circuit will be paid $2,000 for each day that juror attends circuit, or 2,000. Jurors who are impaneled and who serve on a case will now get 6,000 instead of the present 2,000, a 200% increase.
The report produced by the Constitutional Reform Committee on the country's transition to a republic state is now available for public review. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahoo Fort is encouraging the public to carefully read the document and seek clarity from reputable sources. She was speaking earlier today at the weekly post-cabinet press briefing.
Read and reread, because already I have seen some inaccurate reporting, and I believe it is because of the eagerness to make comments on what is in the report without going through the sections fully. If you need clarity, please seek clarity. We know that there will be other views. We know that you will be reasoning through the recommendations and you will want to have your say. So be assured we are listening very carefully.
Members of the committee shared their experiences working on the process and encouraged focused unity to reach a consensus rather than on division.
That approach needs to be discontinued, and we should seek to establish consensus where it does not exist and to find ways of solving problems which can be solved once the determination to find a solution exists. And that is not for the CRC, it's not even for the cabinet, it's not even for the parliamentarians, it's for us as ordinary Jamaicans to find the final solution. So I'm appealing to you, to all Jamaicans, let us work together to find the way in which we can establish Jamaica as our own, under its own banner, with its own name and its own emblems.
And finally, early childhood professionals are benefiting from a week-long capacity building training session by the Early Childhood Commission, ECC. The final session of the 5th Professional Development Institute is on Friday, May 24. Training and Development Manager at the ECC, Nicole Morgan, says the over 30 workshops are focused on the competency of early childhood practitioners, parenting, early learning and care, inclusivity, as well as science, technology, arts, and mathematics, STEAM.
This program is really exciting. It's for our practitioners. It's a space where practitioners get to learn more things, how to interact and engage children. We also have a special session for children from areas or communities declared zones of special operations.
Ms. Morgan was speaking at a JIS think tank. She says the sessions are allowing participants to better grasp essential areas of early childhood education. For additional information, individuals are asked to visit the PDI on the Early Childhood Commission website at pdi.ecc.gov.jm. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.
In a quest to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security has been providing assistance for the most vulnerable in society through the Program of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH. Here's how you could become a beneficiary.
The Program of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH, is Jamaica's premier social protection program. Introduced in 2002, PATH is geared towards providing financial support to the most vulnerable in society through the delivery of cash benefits. Administered by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, PATH has impacted some 350,000 beneficiaries, with the majority of them being children. With the principle that an educated person in a healthy body is better equipped to beat the cycle of poverty, PATH also provides benefits for students to focus on their education.
The main objective of the Program of Advancement through Health and Education is to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty. It means that we understand that the main way out of poverty is to be healthy, firstly, and secondly is to be educated. Many persons around today were not born in wealth, but through education, they're able to improve their socioeconomic standing, they're able to have their own business, to be employed, and so forth.
With the opportunities that PATH has created, many persons have been able to achieve the stated mission.
Now, PATH provides cash benefits to families, and the benefit that families receive is based on the number of persons in the family who fall within specific categories that we provide assistance for. So, for example, we look at how many children that are in school going within that household. Do we have any elderly persons? Do we have any persons with disabilities? What about pregnant and lactating women? And those are the main categories.
Beneficiaries on PATH are also eligible for a wide range of other benefits.
Students, for example, are eligible to receive school feeding through the Ministry of Education, both at the primary and secondary level. And in high school, the students, of course, they get all their tuition covered, auxiliary fees covered by the Ministry of Education. And when they get to 5th form, the Ministry of Education covers all the subjects for PATH beneficiaries.
In addition, tertiary level students on PATH can qualify for $100,000 towards their tuition each year, as long as they maintain a minimum grade point average GPA of 2.5.
To qualify for PATH, we encourage members of the family, mainly the family head or the female in the family, to visit one of our parish offices and take along with them their ID And if there are children in the household or elderly persons in the household, their birth certificates. And if you have someone with a disability and they're registered with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, their JCPD registration.
As the Ministry of Labour and Social Security continues to fulfill one of its mandates by supporting those in need, the success stories of beneficiaries are testament to their commitment. Pathways, helping you secure a brighter future.
In Jamaica, amid the hustle and bustle of day-to-day life, there is a day ingrained in the country's history and woven into every Jamaican's identity. Labor Day is a day of celebration, unity, resilience, and progress. Its roots dig way back to when the voices of the working class echoed with strength. Out of these labor upheavals emerged the formation of trade unions, becoming advocates for Jamaican workers. This would later blossom into a nationwide movement for volunteerism. Today, Labor Day continues to resonate as a guide to collective action. On May 23, we join hands and hearts to improve our communities, inspire the spirit of personal contribution to national development, and weave the threads of solidarity into the tapestry of our nation.
Making the right investment is something we all want to achieve. Growing your assets to generate wealth is the ultimate desire. Not sure how you could build on your program for wealth creation? We have just the feature to help you with that. Come, let's take a look.
Investing is the only way to build wealth. If you are not investing, you are go poor. Poverty will continue because investing is really the only way that you get a return that beats inflation. And that is how you build wealth. You don't build wealth through saving because your saving account doesn't give you the type of return that keeps up with how the prices of things are going up. So you're always behind the curve with just that. You need investing if you intend on being wealthy. And maybe you don't want to be wealthy, so you go with saving. But if you want wealth and that lasting generational wealth, you have to invest.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
If me not rich this year, next year not pass. It's a journey, right? We don't get rich in 6 months. We get rich over time. And this is richness that lasts. We call that wealth, not a quick flip. You have some money and you're broke by month 7. We don't advocate for that because it's not sustainable. A lot of people love the quick flip, but the quick flip don't work. After you flip, you flop. And if you go flip again, if you go flop again, we want something to be more sustainable because build wealth that lasts beyond your lifetime. This is the generational wealth that we're talking about. So we don't want to be in the quick flip and then flop mindset. We want to be in the long-term wealth, the generational wealth mindset, and that comes through investing. To be a smart investor, first things first is that you have to know your money to grow your money. You cannot be investing and you don't know what you are doing because they say a lot, a fool and his money are soon parted. If you do not know what you're doing, you're gonna be doing this new trend, that new trend, jumping on this IPO, this APO, this stock. And a lot of times you find that you lose more than you gain. The first thing you have to know as you start your investing journey is educate yourself. Education is the first step in building wealth, understanding your goals, the different types of investments that are out there, and what kind of return should you be looking for? What kind of portfolio should you be creating? What kind of diversification should you set up? When we think about investing, we have to think about the current economy. What are going on right now? And then within that context of what's happening in the economy, where will you see growth in your money? So when we look at Jamaica right now, what's happening? we're in a period of higher than normal interest rates, but maybe they could be coming down this year. Where are the opportunities? Where are the different types of industries that do well in this kind of economy? And that is where you want to put your money. Think about what companies do well when people have a lot of money and there's discretionary spending. And you want to look for those companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange and buy shares in those companies. Think about when interest rates are high, where should I be putting my money so I can get a good return? And that's what you want to consider as well. You just have to understand what types of strategies are going to work when interest rates are high, when inflation is higher than normal but still coming down, and when the exchange rate is being managed. When we have a certain level of unemployment in the economy, where should I put my money? When you understand that now, you can say, okay, this is where I need to direct my money, and you go in and speak with your financial advisor to get the implementation of that. So when we talk about the different types of investments, a broad spectrum. We can start with stocks, which represent shares in a company or a part owner of a company. And the main way to invest in stocks in Jamaica is through the Jamaica Stock Exchange. You have bonds, which are longer term investment that give you a periodic coupon. You have also real estate, which, real estate a keep. A lot of persons have investment properties. They're doing short-term rental like Airbnb. That's another type of investment. On the more, exotic, complex types of strategies, we have private equity, where you're an investor in other people's businesses. You have private debt, where you're lending money privately to businesses and to other persons. And you have, the new cryptocurrency. A lot of persons are talking about that. That's another type of investment as well. We'll call those alternative investments. You also have commodities, where you can, buy some gold, some silver, wheat, corn, oil. Those go up in price over time, and some persons are big commodity investors. So the broad spectrum is there, but what's more important on the broad spectrum is the combination. How much of each do I need? And that's really a personal question. That's something you go and sit down with your financial advisor about to understand, what's the right combination of all of these different types of investments for me.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
The future of every nation depends on every child. Let us recommit ourselves to the cause of children's rights. Let us pledge to be vigilant guardians of their innocence, their right to education, to safety, and to a future filled with promise. Let us encourage them to stand up, speak out, and ensure that every child's voice is heard, every child's right is protected, and every child's future is bright.
Some PATH students who did their PEP and CSEC examinations last year did exceptionally well and were awarded for their outstanding performances. Let's see how their award ceremony went.
The Program of Advancement through Health and Education PATH is developing Jamaica's human capital to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty. Their aim is to provide financial support to the most vulnerable in society through their delivery of cash benefits. PATH has impacted about 350,000 beneficiaries, the majority of them being children. To recognize the academic performance of those children, the Top Achievers Awards were introduced in 2005. After a brief pause caused by the pandemic, it returned in 2023.
The Top Achievers Awards event showcases some of our most outstanding students and leaders who have made significant strides towards the economic independence of themselves and their families, with PATH as a strong and reliable system of support.
29 PATH students were awarded for their outstanding academic performance during the 2023 Primary Exit Profile PEP and Caribbean Secondary Examination Council CSEC exams.
For this year, we are working with a particular theme, celebrating empowerment through education, because that is what we see in our top achievers. Children who have risen above circumstances, who have utilized the opportunity of education and are now moving towards success.
You are indeed a product of service, shaped by your contributions of countless individuals who believe in the potential of this nation.
The top achievers for PEP each received a book voucher and a check valued at $25,000 in addition to their trophies. In addition to their plaques, winners at the secondary level each received a book voucher valued at $50,000, along with a check of the same value. The PATH top scholars at both the primary and secondary school level were nominated not only for their academic performance, but also other aspects of their student career. For their hard work, they were each given a letter of commendation from the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Pernell Charles Jr. At the primary school level, Jamae Thomas and Evoy Gooden took the honours. Kashif Barton and Dervet Mignot returned the highest number of Grade 1 passes in CSEC to earn their top scholar trophies. The PATH Top Achievers Awards ceremony also serves as an opportunity to celebrate the tangible long-term impact of former beneficiaries of the program. For 2023, there were 2 nominees, and Jordan Freeman came out on top and received that Trailblazer Award for excelling in his academic and career pursuits.
This is where we close the chapter on today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Be sure to join us tomorrow on this station for all the information you need to know. Until then, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for this and more offerings. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry, reminding you that if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.